Good morning, students. How are you all? I hope you are doing well at home. Last time we have completed one lesson, but today we are starting with some grammar part as well. Already we have completed one grammar lesson from your English grammar guide book. Okay, so just kindly open English grammar guide, and today we are taking auxiliary verbs, which is second lesson. Here we are going to learn what is auxiliary verb and its usage. Okay, so just open your grammar guide and we are starting with auxiliary verbs. Like they have given here one example. Your teacher, she has given you one assignment. Okay, so you can just see these red words, okay, they have underlined. At the same time there are some blue letters as well which are also underlined. So like, this is your new assignment for tomorrow. I have painted it for you. It is rather tricky, so we are going to read it together. Do you understand the terminology used? You need help, don't you? First, write down the new words and try the first question on your own. So as you can see here, they have given one particular small passage. In that passage they have underlined two types of verb. One is auxiliary verb and another one is main verb is also there. As you can see that have, are, do and do, these are the auxiliary verbs. We know that verb means exactly what we have already seen. Verb means the word which shows or tell us more about action which is happening or which has been already happened in that particular sentence. So at that time we use verb. Okay, the word which shows an action is called as a verb. This verb has got two types. How many types? Two types. One is main verb which shows direct action. Okay, and another one is helping verb. Like we are writing a story. We are writing a story means we all are writing a story. In this sentence, we is subject, are is the verb, but this verb is not a main verb because main verbs directly tells us about the action, what is actually happening or has happened. Okay, so here writing shows us what is happening. Writing, so writing is a main verb and are is helping that main verb to complete the sentence in a meaningful way or to make a meaningful sentence. Hence here are is helping verb. So there are three types of verbs. As you can see here, is, are, am, was, were. Okay, these are verb to be forms. And second form is have, has, verb to have form. And last one is do, does. These are verb to do form. Okay, so all these, whether it is am, is, are, was and were, do, does, have, has, these are all auxiliary verbs, means these are all helping verbs. They help to the main verb to make a meaningful and complete sentence, correct? So let's take them one by one. I hope you have understood these. Okay, these are the really important one. You must have understood these. Like is, are, am, okay, was and were. These are auxiliary verbs. Like she is my best friend. Here I have used auxiliary verb is. We are learning something new. We are learning something new. So once again here are is helping verb. Okay, next one is have and has. We have completed our homework. So here in the sentence we have completed our homework. We is a subject and have is nothing but auxiliary verb. Okay, and last one, do does. So we are going to check their usage one by one. We are going to check their usage one by one. Let's see here. Uses of auxiliary verbs. What are the uses of auxiliary verbs? Let's check them one by one. When we have to form questions in all tenses, like we know that there are three types of tenses. How many types? Three types of sentences are tenses are there. First one is present, second one is past, and third one is of course, which is a future tense. So let's just check one by one. The first, use of auxiliary verb. Where we use all these auxiliary verb? Already we have seen the auxiliary verb examples. They are am is there, is, are, and in past was and were, and we use have, has, and for framing questions or for making questions, do, does we use. So just check here how we use them. Like you can see here, do you need assistance? Here we have used do for making a question. Do you need assistance? Okay, have you understood? As you can see here, this do is the word which is nothing but an auxiliary verb which can be used for asking a question in present tense. We have already seen tenses, correct? In present tense we can use do and does, and in past tense we can use was and were and did, correct? So here we use this do, you need assistance for making a question, correct? Now second example, you can see have you helped them. We can use have also for framing a question. Have you helped them? Here we need to put question mark, correct? So first use of auxiliary verb is to form questions in all tenses. We can make questions with the help of this do, does, did, have, has and had, correct? Are you getting, students? Very good. Just try and understand. In case if you are not getting it, please let me know. I'll explain you once again. We'll have revision session for the same, correct? Very good. Now let's take another use of auxiliary verb. Second use of auxiliary verb. Okay, so you must have seen tag questions. In the last year's grammar syllabus, question tag was there. We know the rules of question tag very well. First rule of the question tag is that whenever any given sentence is a positive, the answer or the question tag is going to be negative. Okay, in case if the question is negative, then the answer is going to be positive. The answer is going to be positive. Let's check them one by one. You need assistance, don't you? As you can see this is the sentence which is a positive sentence, correct? And hence we have to use a negative question tag. Second thing is that the given sentence is an example of which tense? This sentence is in which tense? This sentence is in present tense. And do remember, students, for present tense only we can use do and does. We can use do and does. Hence, as this verb need has no suffix added. Is there any s or es? No, it's a basic form. If they would have add s or es to it, then answer would have been doesn't you. Correct? With you, since you is used for a singular, we have to use do. And the given sentence is a positive sentence, hence we have to add not to it, and the answer is ready, don't you. Understood? Very good. Now let's take another example. You don't understand the work, do you? Here one more example. You don't understand the work. You can see the similar type of example is there. Only difference is that now this part don't is nothing but a negative word. So the complete sentence is a negative sentence. And for a negative sentence, what we have to do? Whenever if there is a negative sentence, we have to use positive statement. So what we have done? We have omitted not, we have just cut this not, and instead we have used do directly. Okay, so our answer is do you. So second use of tag question, or for making questions or for question tags, we use auxiliary verbs do and does. Correct? Have you understood this also? Very good. Now let's check rule number 3, or third use of an auxiliary verb. Third use of an auxiliary verb. Understood? Very good. So here you can see one more sentence is there. She didn't complete the assignment on her own. As you know that these first two examples are the examples of present tense. Okay, now this third one is past tense. When we use did in past tense. Here they have given didn't, means negative statement is there, and our rules says, or according to our rule, when the statement is negative, we have to use positive tag, and here we have did the same. We have used did she. Understood? So this is the use of an auxiliary verb. Auxiliary verb can be used for making question tags or giving question tags. Correct? Very good. Now let's take one more use of auxiliary verb. Like we know that already we have seen here, like there are two types of sentences, negative and positive. Negative sentence means wherein there is any negative word used, like not, none, nothing, never. Okay, all these are the words, they are negative one, and hence such type of sentences are called as negative. So how auxiliary verb can be used for making negative statements or sentences? Let's check with the help of these examples. They don't understand the assignment. Okay, what they have used? Don't. So this sentence is a negative. If they would have written like this, they do understand the assignment, means they understand assignment, means it's a positive statement. But since they have added not, the statement is a negative one. So the third use of an auxiliary verb is to make negative statements or sentences. Correct? Let's check another example. She isn't working on the project. She isn't working on the project. Students, just read it without not and you will get the positive sentence. She is working on the project. What does it mean? There is no negative word, so the statement is positive. But here what they have given? They have given not. She isn't working on the project. Is she working? No. So for making negative statements, you can use auxiliary verbs. Correct? They have used do in the first sentence and is in the second sentence. Correct? Very good. Are you getting it? Very nice. See the last example. We haven't completed the assignment yet. What they have done here, haven't completed, means not is there, haven't completed. Have they completed? No, not is there. So here they have made negative statement by using not, and they have used this auxiliary verb have. They have used have. Correct? Very good. Now let's check fourth use of the auxiliary verb. I hope you are getting. Yes, very nice. Now next one is to form the continuous tenses. Students, you know the formula of continuous tense. It's simply a subject plus a helping verb plus verbs ing form plus verbs ing form is called as a formula of continuous tense. Like first you should have subject, after that you will be having what? Helping verb would be there, helping verb, after that verbs ing form. Okay, and at the last there would be an object. Correct? Subject, helping verb plus verb ing and object. Correct? So you can see here, you can see here we can use an auxiliary verb to form the continuous tense. Already we have seen the formula. It is subject plus helping verb plus verbs ing form and an object. Let me tell you one simple example. Like I am baking a cake. I am baking a cake. In this example, I is subject, am is an auxiliary verb or helping verb, and baking, which is a main verb. Okay, means continuous tense is there, and at the last we have to use an object, that is a cake. Correct? So let's take some of the examples so that you can understand the same very easily. You can see here he is working on his assignment. Now is helping verb and this working is a main verb. This working is a main verb. You can see this working is a main verb, means which shows direct action. What is going on? Somebody is working. Okay, so here we have used is, means to form the continuous tenses we can use an auxiliary verb. Correct? Understood, students? Very good. Now let's check another example. They were working on the assignment. They were working on the assignment. Once again similar example is there. Can you tell me which is the auxiliary verb they have used here? Which one? Working? No, working is the main verb. Then yes, the correct answer is, where is the correct answer? They were working on the assignment. Very good. You are getting it very nicely. Okay. One more use of auxiliary verb. Whenever we have to make perfect tenses, we know that perfect tense means what? Like whenever we have to make present perfect, we use have and has. Whenever we have to make past perfect, we use had. Okay, these are the auxiliary verbs. So these auxiliary verbs can be used for making perfect sentences. Okay, just see here, they have just completed the assignment, means their assignment work is complete. Here have is an auxiliary verb. it's a helping verb. Okay, so we can use it for forming the perfect tense. Okay, this is an example of present perfect tense. Now second, you can see here one more example is there. The teacher had not received yet. The teacher had not received yet. Are you getting what I am trying to tell you? The teacher had not received yet. Okay, so here the example is simply what they have used. They have used past perfect tense. Had is there, correct? So once again, the use of an auxiliary verb is that we can form the perfect tenses with the help of an auxiliary verb. Understood? Very nice. Now let's practice. Okay, we have now learnt all the uses. Like here you can see, write the auxiliary verb in every sentence in your notebook. You have to just check page number 6 and you have to complete this PQ, practice question set, correct? But before that I am going to help you with first two questions so that you will get an idea how to solve the remaining questions, correct? Very nice. In case of any difficulty doubt, you can directly call me or you can WhatsApp me with the help of your parents, and I am ready to tell you each and every question's answer. So listen carefully and we'll have just a simple practice. Are you ready? Just open page number 6. On page number 6 these questions are there. Like, write the auxiliary verb in every sentence in your notebook. So first sentence is scientists are doing their best to protect our planet. So we can see here scientists are doing. So this word doing is a what? It's a main verb. And which word is helping this word doing to make a meaningful sentence? Here it is. It's a are. So are is auxiliary verb, correct? Are is auxiliary verb. Understood? I hope you are getting it very easily. Now let's take another example. They have told us to recycle glass, paper and tins. They have. Now which is the helping verb? You can see here they have told us. We have already seen am is are, am is are, do does, have has and had. These are the auxiliary verbs. So once again you can see here have is there. So the correct answer is have. Understood? Very nice. Now let's take some of the other questions also. In these sentences, some verbs are used as both auxiliary and main verbs. Rewrite the sentences, double underline the main verbs that function on their own, and underline the auxiliary verb pairs. I am a big supporter of the Green Planet project, therefore I am planting more trees. Here what you have to do, you have to just show main verb at the same time auxiliary verb also, which are in the pair. So first you can see here am, which is a helping verb, auxiliary verb, and next one we have to find out a pair where they have used auxiliary verb at the same time they have used main verb also. Okay, so just check this sentence. I am a big supporter of the Green Planet project, therefore I am. So here we got one helping verb and here planting is the main verb. I hope you are getting correct. So this is what, okay, so this is the answer and how, and this is the way you have to write your answers in your English notebook. But do not mention to write, it's a grammar homework. Okay, these are the grammar practice questions from block 2. Now let's check another example so it will make your work more easy. My family and I have decided to plant a tree every year. Okay, as we have a big garden. You can see here have decided. Okay, you can see here have decided. This is auxiliary verb and this is main verb. Okay, we got this pair and one more word is there, have. So this is the correct answer, have. Auxiliary verb is there. Correct. Auxiliary verb is there. Understood? Very nice. Very good. Now let's check other examples. Question number 3. Change these sentences into negative. We have to make negative statements. Okay. Drinking straws harm the environment. So here how we can write drinking straws? We can simply write here like this, don't. Straws are many, hence we have to write don't. Drinking straws don't harm the environment. Understood? Very nice. Look at the second example. My friends and I are going to drink our fizzy drinks without straws. So here what we have to do, like here in this case they hadn't given auxiliary verb directly, but here they have given us and we have to make negative one. So what we have to simply write here, my friends and I aren't going to drink. Like aren't, we have to write aren't. Okay, answer is aren't. We have to write aren't. My friends and I aren't going to drink our fizzy drinks without straws. So we got the negative statement. Understood? Very nice. So please write all the remaining questions answer. I have given 2 examples and their answers to you. Let's check another question. Question 4. Change the following sentences into questions starting with an auxiliary verb. Okay, what we have to do, they have given us these sentences and we have to make their questions. Correct? We have to make their questions. So like here what we have to do, first, my cousins have decided to grow vegetables in the backyard to provide food for their family. So students, can you see here in this sentence where is the auxiliary verb? Where is it? Decided? No, it's a main verb. My? No, it's a subject. Yes, have. So just remove have and we have to change the place of this word have. Instead, here we will write this have at the starting. Okay, we have to write this have at the starting. So how my cousins decided to grow vegetables in the backyard to provide food for their family, and at the end we have to put a question mark. Understood? Have you got this? It's a very easy. Next, our neighbors catch rainwater in a tank to use for their garden. As you can see, my dear students, you can see here the sentence is a positive sentence. Like you can see this rain, which is a simple verb. Okay, they have not used any other thing. And here, sorry, it's a like sorry, this catch is a verb. Here they have used a simple verb. They have not used the second form of the verb. Hence the sentence is in present tense. And you can see they have not used any auxiliary verb. So whenever there is no s or es, at that time we have to simply write do. So here in the starting what we'll do, we'll write do and we'll write answer. Do our neighbors catch rainwater in tank to use for their garden? Correct. What sentence we have to write? We have to write do our neighbors catch rainwater in a tank to use for their garden. Correct? Very good. Okay, like that you can make sentences, or you can change simple sentences into questions by adding an auxiliary verb at the starting or at the beginning of the sentence. Very nice. Okay, let's check another one. Question number 5. You can see here what they have said. Change these statements into questions using tags. Example: oceans are polluted by plastic bags. So here what they have done, are is there, the sentence is a positive, they use this auxiliary verb here and they added not, because our rule says whenever negative sentence is there, answer is going to be the positive, but whenever there is a positive statement we have to add not to the auxiliary verb or to the helping verb, and we have written like aren't. Oceans means there are many, hence we have written plural form they. Correct? So now similar thing we have to done with these two examples as well. You can see here environmental organizations don't have the money to clean the oceans of all the plastic. You can see in the sentence don't is there, and don't is used as an auxiliary verb. Not is there, and our rule says when the statement is positive, answer is going to be negative. When the statement is negative, answer is going to be positive. So simply what we'll do, we'll take this do, and do mind we have to write in small letters only. Do, and organizations they are many, hence we have to write do they. We have to write do they and put question mark. Next sentence: a massive island of plastic floats in the Pacific Ocean. Okay, let's check the next one. A massive island of plastic floats in the Pacific Ocean. So as you can see here, they have not given any helping verb, but whenever there is a singular verb or whenever there is a simple verb, it simply floats. Okay, and the subject is singular, massive island, so we have choices like is. Okay, for plural we can use are, and here, and we know that with I we can use am, but here they have used a different subject. Okay, not I, hence we can write is. Isn't, we have to write isn't it. Okay, we have to write isn't it. Understood? Now let's check another question also. Question number 6. Give the correct form of the verb in brackets. What you have to do, you have to give the correct form of the verb in brackets. The mayor gave the community a huge sum of money to upgrade the park. Okay, so gave is there, you can see, means it shows the sentence is a sentence is in past. Okay, it's a past tense example. So, and mayor is only one, not a plural form. So we can easily see here the options are did, didn't, and hasn't. Okay, but here what we have to use, the correct answer is didn't. Okay, the correct answer is didn't. This is the correct answer, you can see. So like that you have to select a correct answers from the given option. Okay, for question number 6. Are you getting, students? It's very simple. I know that you are getting it. Check question B. Do, is, does, has. Everyone do their best to keep the park clean. Okay, so here we have to write correct answer. Everyone is a singular word or a subject, and for which, and this one the sentence is in present tense. Okay, so here we can write does, the auxiliary verb does we have to use. Correct. Now let's take another question set. We have to correct the errors in these sentences. The students in our school are deciding to only use recycled paper. Now here they have decided something. Okay, the students in our school are deciding to only use recycled paper. Correct. So we have to find out the error in the given sentence. So students are many. So here are deciding is wrong. Since they are many, we have to use have. Okay, it's a auxiliary verb we use when there are many, whatever it is, many people, many things are there. Okay, or the subject is a plural, like student is a singular, students is plural. Okay, so here have decided, they have already decided something, so answer is have decided. They have decided. Okay, they have decided. The answer is decided. Have decided is the correct answer. Next, the boy doesn't think about saving water when he leaves the tap running. The boy doesn't think about saving water when he leaves the tap running. It's actually left. This word is wrong here. It should be left. It should be left. Okay, left. So the boy doesn't think, no, when he had kept it running, the tap, he didn't think. So here instead does we have to use past form, and the answer is, or the correct answer is didn't. Correct. It's easy. Wow, very good. Let's check the last question set, and two more question sets are there. They are personal response type, so you have to finish them. This last one, identify the sentences with errors and rewrite them correctly in your. Here I'm really dedicated to cleaning up our environment. As we know that our rule says when there is am in question tag we use are. Okay, so there is nothing wrong with this statement. This aren't I is the correct answer, so we need not to make any change. Now let's check the last sentence. You didn't do anything wrong by starting the campaign, didn't you? Here you can see didn't is there, and our rule says when the statement is negative, answer should be positive. But have they written positive answer? No, you can see they have used not as well. So it's a wrong one. Instead, we need to write simply did I, because the statement is negative. So we need to make it positive. Correct. So today we have seen auxiliary verbs. I hope student you have understood auxiliary verbs very well. If not, please let me know through your parents. And do remember you have to complete the questions on page number 6 and 7. Already we have taken good practice, as well as I am going to send you one worksheet or maybe Google form, wherein simply you are going to choose some options and you are going to fill it. Okay, so thank you so much for listening so quietly. Okay, so we'll meet next time with one more new lesson. Until then, take care. Bye bye.